I was on my way up north, heading to a beach north of Santa Barbara, California. About 45 miles into the trip, I pulled off for gas and spotted both my inside and outside driver's side rear dually tires were looking very low. I noticed the station had a compressor, so I drove over to it thinking that it would save the day. And I noticed it had a hard cap at 45 psi, which meant it was useless for my rig, so I grabbed my little compressor that I had been carrying in my bay, hooked it up, and 15 minutes later, my tire pressure had only climbed from 63 to 75 psi on just one tire. I hadn't even started on the second tire. Within minutes, the unit started stalling, running hot, and barely crawling past 75. My tires needed 101 psi, so I thought I was out of luck. So meanwhile, cars and semis roared by on the freeway right next to the station, and I was standing there realizing, if this pump fails, my trip is over. About 10 minutes later, another large Class A motorhome pulled into the station. The driver noticed me struggling, walked over and said, "Looks like you've got a compressor problem. Try mine." He rolled out a tiny little Viair 400, hooked it up, and within 10 minutes, both my dually tires were right where they needed to be, 101 psi. That was my first real introduction to the Viair. Let me tell you, it made an impression. That experience stuck with me, and it's why I now carry a Viair 450 RVEF, the one tool that can literally save your rig from disaster. But stick with me, because at the very end, I'm going to reveal a hidden feature that most RV owners don't even realize that this unit has. And once you know it, you'll never look at a cheap compressor the same way again. Before we dive in, just a quick note. I reached out to Viair because I wanted to get this compressor to share it with the RV community, since it could really help anyone who's same kind of roadside stress that I did. Viair did supply this unit to me, but with no expectations or restrictions on what I say. So what you're getting here is my authentic real-world review and demonstration. So let's break it down. The Viair 450p RV isn't just another compressor. It's a workhorse. It boasts a 100% duty cycle at 100 psi. So what does that mean for you? It means it can run continuously, non-stop, at the pressure without overheating. Those smaller compressors, they're begging for a break just after a few minutes. The Viair, it just keeps going, powered by an industrial-grade, gearless, and oilless, which means it's close to no maintenance needed, motor, no matter how many tires you need to top off. It's built for the long haul, just like your RV. And here's where the convenience factor truly shines. This system comes with two 30-foot hoses, quick connected together for an incredible 60 feet of total reach. Think about that. Enough to go from the front of your Class A motorhome or fifth wheel trailer all the way to the back dually without moving the compressor an inch. Not that it matters because the compressor's so small anyway, it's not a big bother. No more wrestling with heavy equipment, no more dragging it through the mud or around the rig. Plus, with the included inflation gun and built-in gauge, you're not juggling tools. You just check your PSI and inflate it in one smooth, confident motion. But let me stop you here, because this is the trap most people fall into. Plenty of compressors advertise high pressure, but they can't deliver consistent volume. They'll eventually crawl their way up there, leaving you with a smoking hot unit and zero patience. The Viair is different. It doesn't just hit the PSI. It does it quickly, reliably, and without killing itself in the process. That's what makes it a trip saver, not a toy. If you're interested in this Viair compressor, you can find the link to it in the description along with a 10% discount code. Now, what about the EF in its name? It's not just for show. It stands for Enhanced Flow, and it's a game changer. Viair does all their engineering and testing in-house, and that's what makes their compressor the most durable one on the market. Enhanced flow means 10% faster fills and 20% more performance. That means years more use out of your compressor and thousands saved on replacements down the line. It's more than just a purchase. It's an essential investment in your safety, and your wallet will thank you too. So now when I pull into a gas station or camp and notice a low tire, I don't worry. I pull out the Viair, hook it up, and in minutes I'm back on the road with full confidence. So if you're serious about protecting your RV and your peace of mind on the road, this is the compressor that belongs in your storage bay. And if you want more information and breakdowns on real gear that actually work, not just marketing hypes, hit the subscribe so you don't miss my next video. And if you're interested in this Viair compressor, as I mentioned before, you'll find the link in the description along with a 10% discount code. Because out here it's simple. The right tool keeps you rolling. The wrong one leaves you stranded. See you down the road.